Start that recording and start that stream. Welcome to Horsin Around, a dumbass cast. I'm your host, as always, Nick Mercadante, and with me today I have 4, potentially 5 lovely guests. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Count the cat. It's 6.
Well,
oh wait, Angela's here. You gotta bring Angela.
So
you gotta bring Angela.
I'm not. That's not Angela. Can you introduce yourselves, please?
Oh, it's
me,
Apollo Gucci.
You can become.
I am an accurate representation of an Italian man.
Is that actually how Jared Leto sounds?
Yes, that is accurate.
I literally have
in real life, every day.
I need you to know that Jared Leto's performance in House of Gucci is a better Mario performance than Chris Pratt will ever give.
Super Mario is Mario. It's an Italian.
I'm really ready for like the Chris Pratt like Mario performance to be like the fucking Luigi memes where it's like, I'm going to hand it off to Luigi. It's like, hello.
Hello, Mario.
Hi,
hey,
Mario.
What are you guys' names? Please, for the love of God, just say your names. This is the one thing I ask you guys to do.
Angela, pro fisher woman.
Okay. And finally,
wait, when you say pro fisher, do you mean that you're really good at fishing, or that you are pro fishing?
Yes.
Is fishing with a PH or?
Yes.
We have 1 or 2 more guests. If you'd like to, please fucking say your names. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Wait, fishing with a PhD?
I do see Angela waiting and chill.
That's not Angela.
We're ignoring
please
fake
just say your
I
name.
don't know, her name's Angela. It seems pretty Angela.
I'm not bringing them in here. Please, for the love of God, just say your name.
My name's Angela, Guzzler of Cum.
All right, we're all Angela today.
Guzzler of Cum and
We are all Angela.
No, I am Apollo Gucci.
Guzzler of cum, destroyer of anuses.
All right. Well, this is certainly a show that we're doing. How are you guys doing?
My name is Angela. Ethiopia had it coming. I guess I won't say your last name.
And just to be clear, when
that
you
is a
said
real
it
quote,
had it
man.
coming, you're spelling it like C-U-M, right?
Ethiopia.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Thank you for clarifying.
We'll had it coming last night.
Oh, okay. Great work,
Angela,
everybody.
Hitler was a babe.
The man standing behind Angela, they came into my house last night, like an hour after I was seeing somebody, and then they just shat in my toilet and then left.
Who?
The man standing behind Angela.
Just Angela.
Me and Pat stopped by Murky's house on the way up here. So we were driving through Syracuse anyway. And Murky opened the door in a fucking bathroom.
Cause I was done for the night. I didn't expect guests.
Hugh Hefner out here, really just walking out with his cock out.
My cock was not out. I was playing a game of DVD though, and then I was just like, "Who the fuck is ringing my doorbell right now?"
If we had left from New York City like an hour sooner, we could have caught Murky in the act.
You could have, yeah.
And think how funny that would have been.
Yeah.
I would have been like, "You can't come in here," and then I would have closed the door. And then you would have had to piss your pants.
You are a coward.
No, I'm not. I'm a reasonable person that is not just taking guests while they're in the middle of something else.
If we needed to use the bathroom that
What
bad,
is this
would have done it.
Sorry, you invoked words that made me think of one of my favorite recent clips I've seen in my life.
What is it? Oh. What is this thing you've linked in chat? What the fuck is this?
What did I say to...
Oh.
You said Angela thinks Adolf Hitler's hot, and then...
Oh.
This is a video of a man...
No, I'm not watching the clip. If that's what he's saying, though, what the fuck?
he doesn't say Adolf Hitler's hot, but he says this has to be. It's a Sporkle quiz where he has to guess these famous historical figures from their childhood photo, and he says this guy has to have been like a British prime minister. This is the most British-looking man I've ever seen. And then chat tells him who it is, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that is Adolf Hitler."
Oh no. Hey, how was y'all's Thanksgivings? Because we were out last week. How did that go for y'all?
I refuse to answer this question.
No, you have to because you were the one that brought it
I'm
up.
boycotting. I'm boycotting this question.
No. You had something you wanted to say before we started the show.
Exactly. This is how I pull you in, and then I boycott the question for you not letting me exchange my channel points and me losing 3,000 channel points because
I told you that the game was over and that the next game was locked in. All right, you will get your game after Dead Space. Please, what is your Thanksgiving story? How did your mother roast you over Thanksgiving?
In the oven.
What? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like 450 degrees.
Kind of like that very-looking British man would have done to me in the 1930s.
Jacob, you're pregnant?
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm Mpreg.
This is just
and I just need to tell everybody.
This episode is a visualization, an audioization of a stroke happening live. The way we are just not making any coherent sense whatsoever. Anyways, I had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you guys also had a good Thanksgiving.
Hey, do you guys want to hear about how my mom roasted me during Thanksgiving?
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
I can't believe they served you for dinner at Thanksgiving.
That's pretty wild.
I got pretty served. So the backstory of this is that I was talking about how I'd been watching a lot of Monk recently. Because Monk is great.
Yeah.
I love Monk.
I love Monk.
And so if you've watched Monk, the backstory to
is it Monk? Is it MONK or MUNK? Monk.
The first one.
Monk. Like.
Okay.
It's a mediocre detective procedural.
What the fuck you mean mediocre?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it came out in the same decade as every other show that was exactly like
it was like a big USA rerun kind of show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes you're like, I need something that is equivalent to a USA rerun show to watch.
Okay.
But yeah, at the start of before the show Monk even starts, Monk has crippling like OCD. Because his wife got blown up by a car bomb. Before the show starts, and so I'm explaining this, and then my mom just goes, "At least that won't ever happen to you because you don't date." And then I fucking die.
Wow!
Holy shit! Wow! She just came off the cuff with that instantaneous response.
Yes, I was so fucking. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Speaking about significant others being blown up in car bombs.
Strong start.
Are you guys do you guys know about the Hearty Boys gritty reboot novels?
No.
I feel like I might have
No.
I remember they were gonna make like a CW-esque Nancy Drew show at some point, I think, but
more like Hard Boys, am I right?
And died.
So there was like I think it was I want to say the 70s or 80s. I might be wrong. But like I can't. It might have been a graphic novel reboot of the Hearty Boys.
There are 3 seasons of the Nancy Drew Show.
Oh wow, CW really is just
churning out.
Programming.
Yikes.
But yeah, it's the Hearty Boys. Is anyone unfamiliar with the concept of the Hearty Boys?
No, I know who they are.
Okay, so it's
we're like I hardly know them, boys. That's what I would say if I didn't know what the Hearty Boys were.
There's a TV show. Oh, it's on Hulu.
And anyways, the gritty reboot of the Hearty Boys involves in like the first issue, basically one of the Hearty Boys, I forget, is dating like in the original novels he's dating Chet's sister, and he does so as well, except in the first issue, Iola Morton gets blown up in a fucking car accident. So the Hearty Boys like grab their dad's gun, and they go out looking for. They kill people.
Oh,
this is just the plot of Halloween Kills, except probably better.
Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight.
Is Halloween Kills the one that just came out, or is it the other?
Halloween Kills is the one that wasn't good.
For how many movies now have they been unsuccessfully trying to kill Michael Myers?
Well,
so this is a reboot.
The timeline of the Halloween franchise, it really depends on because in this timeline, H2O doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
It's
Halloween, then Halloween, but again, then Halloween Kills is a current timeline.
The 2018 Halloween is a retcon of the previous 12 movies.
Yeah. It's literally...
Which were also at times retcons of themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's basic. I mean, the main thing is that those movies it's like the fucking doctors, except for the original doctor. The original doctor was like, you guys need to kill him. And then everybody else was just like, we can't do that. We have, like, laws and stuff. And then the original doctor's like, no, he's just evil. Please kill him. I'm the worst fucking psychologist of all time, but I'm telling you, my patient needs to die.
Psychologist.
And then the rest of them were like, no, we can't do that. But in Halloween Kills, now everybody's like, oh no, we do have to kill him. And then there was a poorly made allegory about fucking mob justice or something.
It was like after
it was about half the movie.
People had already died. Michael Myers already killed people and then functionally come back from the dead. It's like, okay, at this point we're not like,
indulge them.
oh, what if he's good? What if he's bad? Like, he's bad.
He's bad. I think that's the thing that I
Michael
enjoyed
Myers
the new
got
Halloween
canceled?
movie.
When this happened?
I enjoyed the new Halloween movie. I think I don't know. I think I like it when Michael Myers is just pure evil and it's literally just that, and they kind of just commit to that in Halloween Kills. So I think that's good.
We're officially in Christmas territory. I'm down to not talk about Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call it Christmas Kills.
That's because December. You know what December starts with? A D.
Destroy
you know what else starts
December.
with a D? Dinosaur. What else starts with a D? Dominion. Bah!
There we
It's
go.
the land of the dinosaurs now, baby.
Best Christmas movies all time. Also, alongside those great Christmas movies, have you guys heard of a movie called 8 Crazy Nights starring Adam Sandler?
I've
fucking
heard of
hate
it,
you.
but I have not.
The last Adam Sandler movie I watched was Went Over to Yenchik's place.
I want
Right.
to
Whatever the
get.
Yenchik place,
I want to get like
Oh,
I
thank
have
God, I
not
haven't
seen
watched
8
this.
Crazy Nights. I want to watch 8 Crazy Nights before this.
Now, do you
before
want to
this
see
year's
8
over.
Crazy Nights? Because checks the cast listing. Rob Schneider plays, of course, Chinese waiter in the movie.
Wait,
not,
I think I have seen this movie.
That's not the main reason I want to watch the movie. I just want to watch a really bad Christmas movie, and 8 Crazy Nights seems like it fits that criteria incredibly well. So
Are you familiar with the movie Mr. Deeds, also starring Adam Sandler?
No, what
Are
is
you
that?
familiar with
It's
Scooby
bad.
Halloween?
Mr.
Scooby Halloween.
Mr. Deeds is bad.
I watched.
I refuse to watch Hubie Halloween.
It is like 45 minutes into the movie, I still couldn't believe we were watching the movie. Like,
Just watch Spring Breakers, the best Christmas movie of all time.
What is
I think I liked that movie.
What is Mr.
Spring Breakers.
Deeds
Spring
about?
Breakers
Yeah.
is unironically good.
Is
Update
this
of
what I'm thinking
Capra.
of?
A whopping 22%
Oh, yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Spring
Incredible.
Breakers or Mr. Deeds?
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
good.
no, Mr. Deeds is
I
a
think
bad movie.
I think it took me 2 watches to get through all of Spring Breakers, but I remember liking it.
oh, in a
Yeah,
3
Spring
day-
Breaker good.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was gonna like change topic basically. Like in the
No,
last
no. Go
3
ahead.
days,
Come on.
rather like 2 days ago, in about 2 or 3 days, I watched all the Daniel Craig James Bonds. So back to back,
Oh.
Sorry for you.
really.
Did you enjoy the cock and ball torture?
Oh, that's the best part, of
Mm.
course. Daniel Craig's ass.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bare ass in front of Mads Mikkelsen. You gotta love it.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if there are any other
it's a clip on
James,
YouTube.
James Bond watchers.
No, sorry, Daniel Craig as too blonde. I'm still one of the Daniel Craig too blonde truthers from fucking 2001.
That mean?
Oh my
Was
god.
that the thing when they were selecting James
Daniel Craig had
Bond?
blonde hair, and they were like, James Bond doesn't have blonde hair, and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Who cares?
Incredible. So is No Time to Die officially going to be like his last James Bond? Have they confirmed that, or
Have
are
you
they-
seen No Time to Die?
No, I haven't.
Well, it very definitively answers that question
Yeah.
that you have just
Okay.
asked.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, good to know, I guess.
There's a little time to die.
At the end of that movie, you're like, dog, this isn't even fake. This is Daniel Craig on set being like, please. Please, there might even be a chance that I make it out of this, but like, just please, please let it be over.
What's
All
kind of
right.
bizarre to me is that like at Casino Royale, he's like it's like the beginning of his career,
Mm.
and he's he's not exactly this, but he's a young buck type, maybe, right?
Yeah.
But then like by the time Skyfall comes out, which I think is 2012,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is only like, and like the movies are chronologically like they come out like the setting of the movies is the year they come out, basically.
Mhm.
Like 6 years pass, and he goes from I just got my like license to kill or whatever to I'm an old man who can't do anything.
Well, okay. To be fair,
I mean,
6 years of hard espionage probably would do that to a man. Like special forces operators stay in service for what, like a year, a couple years, you know?
James Bond in 2007 put it all on Bear Stearns, and it just didn't pay out. That's what happened. He put it all on Bear Stearns. Bear Stearns collapses. He loses all his money, and now he's an old man. Like that's just how it works.
That's what cocaine does to you.
Once you have been, bare ass CBT'd on your first mission, it ages you. It ages you a lot.
It ages you. It really does.
You know what? Definitely fucking ages a person. Quantum of Solace, because that movie was fucking dog shit.
God.
Well, that was the writer's strike movie, right?
That was the writing strike movie. That's the one where Daniel Craig wrote things.
Wow, are you serious?
He definitely.
Oh no.
During the writer's strike, he did write some of the things. He did not get credited with any
Okay, but he was there because all the writers were gone.
I don't know exactly how much input he had.
Yeah.
Even aside from the writing, whoever did
the directing's also awful.
Whoever did the cinematography for Quantum Solace was off their fucking ass because like a single 10-second action scene has like 20 to 30 cuts.
God.
Like scene changes, like literally like 10 seconds. It like nauseating.
They got the Taken guys to take over for
the
movie.
Their timing scene ass looking.
Colossal Ruby season 3.
Oh my god.
What?
What season was it when they started fucking cutting back and forth all the time?
Oh, well, that was after Monty.
Because they lost all their anime. Yeah.
Season 4, basically, and then they slowly learned how to do fight scenes again.
They slowly learned how to actually animate things.
But yeah, I've only seen Skyfall. I think I saw that when it came out.
I think I also have only seen
Casino Royale.
No, never.
Casino Royale is easily the best movie in that franchise. It's so good.
Have you?
It's
what about
of
all of them,
Octopussy?
or like?
Of all of them. It's
wow.
easily my favorite.
Okay.
The first one, it's so good. It's literally just a Sigma male Chad fest from start to end. It doesn't really take itself seriously. It's a little more grounded, but not in like an edgy way. It's just like a little less, Bond villainy. It's kind of a nice way. The action scenes are good. It's tense. The female lead is also a Sigma male Chad. It's really good. Like the entire movie. I was
Counterpoint: the best James Bond movie is International Man of Mystery.
What the fuck
starring
is
Austin
that?
Powers.
Michael Myers is the best.
Leaping on Octopussy.
Do I make you horny, baby?
I do. I don't know. At some point, I don't know if I want to
answer the question. I asked, "Do I make you horny, baby?"
No, I'm sorry. I'm not. My cock is not throbbing hard right now.
Poll in Twitch chat.
/poll. Do I make you horny, baby?
Does that work?
I think I have to do it. I don't think Shatters can do it.
Correct. I can't.
What was I gonna say? I don't know if I want to go through the entire James Bond filmography all the way from
Here, I'll give you the rundown. Casino Royale, good.
No, I know about Daniel Craig. I would want to do
the
Daniel
whole
Craig
thing.
regardless. I'm just talking about
I don't
all
think you
James
do.
Bond. Thank you for the highlight of the message, Jacob. No, I'm not horny right now.
Yeah, there are ones you definitely don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if we're on the movie topic,
let me talk about what I've been watching.
I feel like every time I come on the show, it's movies.
I mean, that's fine.
Most of the show is
movie economics and politics. That's the name of the show.
This is the Jacob Stenstrom show. I don't know why you bother coming.
That's what I've been saying.
I gotta keep up the illusion that I'm running the show. Okay, Dylan.
You haven't been. Oh, I got auto-modded.
Yep. How the fuck does coward get auto-modded?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Sounds like you're cringe baby Murky, scared of being called a coward. A coward for being called a coward.
Anyways, do you want to talk about House of Gucci? Because we could talk about House of Gucci.
Hey, it's me, Paula.
Thank you. And that will conclude our discussion of House of Gucci.
What is?
Alright,
next topic.
When the movie came out, I was not aware that the original Gucci's name was Gucci O Gucci.
I didn't know that either. I went into this movie not
This
knowing
is
that it
on
was
me.
based on true. I had the idea that it was going to be based on probably some real events, but I didn't realize that it was going to be specifically about fucking Gucci wife murdering her ex-husband because she vied for power so bad.
I wish that's what the movie was more about.
I wish. Well, I mean, that was what the movie was about. It was just done so blandly that it sucked.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, Ridley Scott, why'd you look? I like The Last Duel, but why'd you make this movie about international intrigue and like sex and excess feel like it was made by the same guy who did just direct? All right, guys, I'm going to do a very serious penitence topic about the medieval horrific things happening. And he's just like, I'm going to bring this energy to House of Gucci. Meanwhile, Jared Leto is like, Ridley, you don't know what you're doing. Hold on. I got you. It's a me! Oh, we might have no respect to me!
House of Gucci's a Ridley Scott production?
Yes.
Yes.
Seeing that title at the end of the movie, I was like, what the hell? What are you doing, Ridley?
No, like I said, it makes sense if you watch The Last Duel, where you're like, it makes sense to the guy whose other movie is about medieval rape story.
The only other Ridley Scott film.
Okay, but is the main character
he's only made 2 films, Dylan. Come on.
Is the main character in The Last Duel as boring as Lady Gaga's character in House of Gucci?
No, she's very interesting, and it's like she's the standout part in the movie.
Okay, so why the fuck did
both movies have Adam Driver play kind of asshole?
Well, I was gonna say that,
Is he
like
acting?
at least until he was like fully back in the business, Adam Driver's character was just the most awkward guy. Like he was just standing there awkwardly smiling at awkward situations.
The problem is,
I
kind of like that vibe.
No, that was like, a good vibe. It's just like everything else. That was all it was.
Because the problem is that the story should be about how the sons of these really rich and successful people are like are only given power by inheritance, and they're the 2 dumbest, meekest people on the planet.
Yeah, you've got Adam Driver's awkward ass, and then you've got fucking Jared Leto's character that is just trying so desperately. The thing is that Jared Leto's character,
why my father love me?
They had something really great where they could have contrasted how Adam Driver's character wanted nothing to do with House of Gucci, and then Jared Leto's character wanted everything to do with House of Gucci, but his parents didn't want him to do that at all because
I think that's what Ridley Scott thought he was doing.
But he didn't. It didn't work out like that at all. It was really just, I don't know. It's like hard to, it was also, honestly, it was hard for me to like really put my finger on a lot of the issues I had with it when I came out of the theater, because I was also recovering from my COVID booster at the time. And so I was in so much physical pain sitting at that theater. I wanted to go and see it, but I was also hurting so bad.
It's a movie about excess, and it feels like it's, sorry.
Physical and emotional pain.
Yes.
It's a movie about excess, and Ridley Scott does not care about any of that. And I'm like, hey, buddy, it's a movie called House of Gucci. I don't know if you picked up on that one.
Yeah, they don't they really just don't go into it. Like they have, again, we've already talked about it in chat, but like they have the moments where things shine, like Jared Leto's character and like the fortune teller lady. Like honestly, it would have been interesting.
Selma Hayek is the other person who knows what movie she's in.
Yeah,
where you're like, wait, this is great. When it cuts to her on the TV and she's like a fortune teller and it's the cheesiest fucking thing, I'm like, this is the movie I want to watch.
Yeah,
hell yeah, give me more of this.
It was so weird, and it like. They definitely, Ridley Scott was like, yeah, this fortune teller lady is a corrupting, like it is, not corrupting, it is enabling Lady Gaga's character to go as far as she does. But they don't lean into that, and they really should have, and they just they just didn't. I don't know. And
remember that time Lady Gaga and Adam Driver have sex on screen, and it's the most insane shit.
They fucking raw dog it hard in a fucking.
Jack, I'm not lying. It starts off being like, okay, this is like hot.
I'm
heavy.
going to the movie theater right now.
I see what's that's what makes up for it, is that you're like, I mean, these two people are very attractive, and even though the scene's kind of insane, they are very attractive. But like they start making out, and you're like, whoa, this is like really hot and heavy. Like, God, I know people said this was intense, but this seems like an actually well understood sex scene that makes kind of sense to me. And then it's like someone, you know, they rev the engine, and you're like, oh, this car might go a little fast, and they start going at like, they get from 0 to 30 really fast, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, that was like a good jump. But then they're like, you want to see something cooler? And you're like, what? And then they just fucking put it down to the floor, and you're just like, what the fuck? What's happening? When they're Jack, I cannot stress to you enough. When they're having sex, it pauses so long on Adam Driver taking his pants off, or like.
Also, very important note to make clear: Adam Driver eats out. All right, we gotta throw that one out there.
Well, all right. I would like to say, if you want to watch Adam Driver eating out, you gotta watch Annette, because there is a musical sequence where Adam Driver is singing, and his singing is only interrupted when he eats out Marion Cotillard.
Is this
This is not a joke.
There should be. We should make a letterbox list of movies where Adam Driver eats somebody out.
Eats pussy.
A subcategory of movies where he's not shown eating pussy, but definitely.
If I had a nickel for every time, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't that much, but it's strange that it's happened twice.
I think The Rise of Skywalker would have been a better movie than Adam Driver just ate everyone's pussy.
No, they're children. You can't do that. I know the actors are adults, but the characters are children.
Several more times.
I love Logan Lucky.
I think it's great.
It's Steven Soderbergh was like, hey, I know I've literally perfected the heist movie by making the Ocean's films, but what if I literally make the opposite of an Ocean's film, and it's better than every other Ocean's film? And
it's
you're like,
so fucking good.
What are you doing, dude? Why is this so good? Also, Logan Lucky deserves is the canonical start of what I like to call Southern Daniel Craig. And that man, Southern Daniel Craig is a godsend to this earth. Holy shit.
Fucking Knives Out was...
Knives Out is so.
Knives Out is fantastic.
There's an interview with Ryan Johnson where he was like, Daniel Craig was really insistent on his accent, and when we started, we were like, what the fuck is he doing? But then 3 days in, we were like, oh no, all right, yeah.
Daniel Craig just really wants to be like a genteel fucking Southerner. That's just what he aspires to be.
What Daniel Craig wants to be is not James Bond, and he's like, what's something far from James Bond? Oh, I know. The character in Logan Lucky, a man from North Carolina in jail, whose only characteristic is he likes blowing things up.
Yeah, that's pretty much the antithesis of James Bond. That's pretty good.
Have you seen Hell or High Water?
No.
No, I have not seen Hell or High Water.
You might like that. It's pretty good.
What, does it star James Bond or?
It does not star James Bond.
Not James Bond. Fucking Daniel Craig.
It has fucking.
It does have
Jeff
Chris
Bridges.
Pine, a man I would have sex with.
What about Jeff Bridges?
You know, it's a movie y'all.
It does have Jeff Bridges, a man I would also have sex with.
There's a movie y'all need to watch immediately and get on your letterboxes. It's called Perfect Exchange, which Brandon Shu had us watch.
I already have that on my letterbox now.
I've tied 2 of my fingers together, so it's very difficult.
The fucking the Chinese James Bond movie that he had us watch.
It's the Perfect Exchange is the first one, the better one, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. We watched 2 movies, one of them being Infernal Affairs, and let's be honest, we know which one was better.
That that movie, I think for anybody that cares to look into it but doesn't have the time to right now and just is listening, there is a character who learns how to manually control their penis like a stick shift, and they can point it in any direction.
Well, there's a character who already knows that, and the other character gets jealous that he can't do that and learns through training.
Yeah. Are you implying that you can't, Nick?
Look, it's I don't want to talk about it. Okay,
That's
that's not the point. All right, the point is that this character
Doesn't need
learns how to
ass.
do it.
Control his penis.
I was talking with a friend after watching that movie, and I was like, "Yeah, I just watched this like weird fucking film about a guy who can like manually like it was like a James Bond knockoff, and one of the primary plot points is this guy can like move his dick." And she just goes, "Don't." I thought guys can just move their dicks. I was like, "It's not like that. They can't just fucking." He like 360.
It's not omnidirectional. There's not
Prehensile.
that much control. All right.
A monkey tail. Prehensile.
Prehensile cock. That's basically what it was. And then there was also the other key point is that there is a scene in the movie where the main character, I think, calculates his sex index in comparison with the female lead opposite him. And then when he realizes that he's doing like a fucking like the math scene from fucking whatever with
calculations.
Yeah, and he's doing that but with the sex index, and then at the end of it all of his clothes explode off of him and he's completely naked just like that.
He measures this female lead at a measly 7,000 sex index.
It's literally that. It's she has like a 10,000, he has like a 12,000 sex index or something, and then all his clothes fly off, and they have visual graphics on the screen. It's something to watch.
Visual graphics and graphic visuals.
Right, yeah, okay. Penguin, so.
If you want to talk about fucking graphic design is my passion, how about that Spotify Wrapped for the year? The fucking
I do love trying to fit 3 words into less than an inch of real estate.
3 like 7 character plus words into a tiny
fucking
ass
idiots.
square. How did y'all's raps turn out for this year? What was it looking like for y'all?
Let me pull up my.
I had my
post it,
5
but-
genres were like country, rock, emo.
What did Billy Strings really changed you?
I mean,
Yeah.
have you listened to Billy Strings?
Last time I listened to Billy Strings, I was on acid and the music just kept
That's
going.
smart.
That
yeah.
is
That's
honestly the way
because
to experience Billy Strings.
I went to the fucking what's it called? The circus. Yeah, the stables, the former stables.
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
yes. Now
And
known
there was
as the
a
circus.
huge like fucking 70-inch TV just playing Billy Strings, playing a Billy Strings video, and the banjo just keeps going.
Yeah, baby.
Faster and faster as I crash through
Correct.
purgatory, through Elysium, through Asphodel into Tartarus, and like sank down and thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
Oh my god, it's so good though. Like
What, Billy
when
Strings?
I'm at a job at a place where I can get high, I want to get high and listen to Billy Strings. Cause that shit.
You should come to Tahoe with Zach and I in April.
And now, when you say "come," you mean
Yeah, ejaculate.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm putting on the screen right now my top 5 genres of the year to also exemplify.
Are we
what
starting
were
off
talking
with
about.
genre? I can.
We could do that. Yeah, if you just drop it in Horsin Around chat, I can.
So when you say Chicago rap, you mean it's like deep dish?
No, I mean it's Kanye. I think that's pretty much just what it means because that was my
Now,
top
Nick,
artist.
do you
and
listen
top
to
song of the
Kanye
year.
because of all of the Jesus imagery he uses in his music?
Yes, I love.
Are
Jesus.
you
He
in
really
Bruce
wants to
Brown?
know who was in Paris.
It's a mystery that I'll never be able to
I've heard Nicholas say multiple times he was in Paris. He really and Reptar. Reptar was also in Paris.
Reptar is in Paris.
Yeah, Reptile in Paris.
Let me pull up my other images. But yeah, the main thing from
where
that
did you
is
post those?
they've tried to fit
Nick,
progressive.
you're going too fast. We gotta go through our other.
No, I know.
Nick, you have guests on this podcast. I don't know.
Post your stuff, and I'll bring it up.
Where
Where
did
to
you
make a
post
note
this? I
that
can't
post-progressive hardcore is all shoved into like 50 pixels of space and is nigh unreadable. I don't.
If you haven't realized this already, it's the same kind of squishing
Oh,
that's
I
actually easier to read if you tilt the phone.
Yeah. That doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's still bad, but
I don't know why they.
I mean, yes, like very rarely is a brain teaser the correct way to convey an idea.
Here are what I assume are going to be the three most important categories, which is category, song, and then podcast.
A podcast.
Okay, my 5 genres were bluegrass, jam band, classic rock, emo, and outlaw country.
Outlaw country. What the fuck does that mean?
It's a specific subgenre.
He only listens to Big Iron on repeat every day.
Big Iron and the numerous Big Iron covers.
Mm-hmm.
What are your total genres listened to?
I'd have to. I didn't save that one, so I'd have to double check. But
I'll pick that up. But
I pull it up.
Sorry. I would like to remind people that Big Iron comes from an album just titled "Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs." That's it.
It's a good album.
It's a great album.
I
listened to a lot of that album honestly this year.
I once made a Big Iron. I was like in like 8th grade history or whatever. And my teacher, big like I don't know, he's got older Portuguese war vet kind of dude. He like comes up and is like, I love Marty Robbins. And he starts talking about a bunch of Marty Robbins songs that I've never heard of in my entire life.
That's so sweet though.
That's fantastic.
This is the same man. I once I was hiccuping in class. And someone was like, oh, just scare him out of you. And it's like, I don't know, it doesn't really work that well. And I swear, this man, he's like at least 6 foot, like 250 maybe.
Oh.
Just like, walks up to me like at my desk as I'm hiccuping. He's like, stand up, and I'm like, so I do, and he just grabs me by the shoulders and starts shaking me, and I'm just bewildered.
Yeah, not necessarily scared,
he's
but
like,
very bewildered.
I scared you. You're not hiccuping anymore, and I'm like, I think I was too bewildered to fucking do anything with my body. Like I was so, like I was sitting there. I was like, am I about to go to court? I was like, what's gonna happen now?
Oh my god.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh fuck yeah.
Notebook. Yes, Da Vinci's Notebook. I love Da Vinci's Notebook.
Here I'm putting up your picks on the screen now.
Wait, hold on. We're doing category first. Show category.
Yeah, categories.
I started giving you my genres.
Number 1, show tunes, of course. I love me some show tunes. Number 2. Now, this is one you might not know as much, but man, do I love shanty. I had
this one last year.
The two songs I listen to the most, types of songs I listen to the most, by category clearly, but like it would be just some random musical I was into that week, or I'd fall back on like, yeah, it's time for me to listen to like some fucking fucking what do you do with a drunken sailor bullshit.
Oh man, I was really invested in making this fucking D&D character back in the day, and they were a sailor, and so I fucking made like a Spotify playlist for them and everything, and I picked up a bunch of there were a bunch of shanty tunes that they made for fucking Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and so I ended up listening.
Those are really good.
They were really good. Leave Her, Johnny, Leave Her is like my favorite
those
shanty.
are all like actual shanties that they just did really good recordings of.
Yeah.
William Taylor is the best. Is my personal fave. William Taylor is also a classic. I went back to this year.
Mm-hmm. You've also got classic rock. You got swing. Swing, nice. Like classic swing or like new swing.
Having sex with people outside of your marriage.
Postmodern jukebox reimaginings of songs I like.
Okay, understandable. And then you got just straight up punk at the bottom. That's
not even pop punk.
Very brave. Yeah, to go beyond pop punk and go into straight up punk is very brave of you, because I
getting a master's degree in economic
policy. Nothing more punk than master's students.
Yeah.
All right, and those are your top categories, and your number 1 songs are all 2 show tunes, and then the Beach Boys Student Demonstration Time.
Fuck yeah.
And then another show tune and a shanty, another Irish drinking song. I assume that's a shanty.
Yes, that's a Da Vinci's Notebook.
It's like that's a more modern shanty.
Yeah. Okay,
it's really funny.
Yes, that song is all about a bunch of Irish people dying in consecutive order and them singing about it.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty funny. The Beach Boys song "Student Demonstration Time" is on a album called "Surfs Up," which is after Animal Sounds. What's the name of that album?
Pet Sounds.
Pet Sounds.
Pet Sounds is god tier.
Yeah, that's people's favorites. But I learned about Surfs Up through Surfs Up. That's the name of the album. Through a music podcast I've been listening to, and I was like, wait, I like the Beach Boys. Why haven't I heard of this album? And the guy would literally right after that goes, yeah, no one really knows about this album because everyone either doesn't care, or it was like one of these things where they were like, the Beach Boys, what, those corporate hack frauds? But also a lot of stuff that happened to, especially some of the Beach Boys, is like very tragic and sad.
A lot of the like more recent Beach Boys discourse is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
What is modern Beach Boys discourse? What is happening in the Beach Boys fandom?
It's especially telling because the other day I did ask you to give me the Beach Boys and Free My Soul, but you did not let me get lost in your rock and roll.
There's a lot of controversy around the lead singer, I think.
Yes, because the lead singer is an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's also like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they have like a new lead singer for like the last 20 some odd years. And people are like, no, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Also, one of the original
ridiculous.
songwriters suffered from extreme social anxiety. Like you can also see it on the album covers because he's the one who gains a lot of weight in between the initial Beach Boys like albums and some of the later stuff. Like even by Pet Sounds, you can see that he is not doing great, and that is because of a lot of like bad shit that happened to him, and also within the band to him, where you're like, this fucking sucks. And Surf's Up is like an entire amalgamation of an album, which feels like it's made by a bunch of people in
No, I thought
really
Surf's
bad
Up was
place.
about a penguin played by Shia LaBeouf.
That's Happy
Yes.
Feet.
Nope, that's not Happy Feet. You're a bastard, man. Shut the fuck
See,
up.
Nick, you would think I would get that mixed up, but in actuality, I like Surf's Up.
Oh,
I'm brave enough to
There's
say
no Surf's Up hate allowed in this call. All right, we fucking love that around here.
You can have a little Surf's Up hate.
No,
As a treat.
No. Anyways, all right, to wrap up your picks here. We got.
Sorry. I also have a lot of
podcast
songs from the Lightning Thief, the musical.
Yeah, I noticed that. There are two that cracked your top 5. You seem to really like that musical.
I don't even like it that much. I just listen to the songs. I'm like, yeah. I remember Percy Jackson. It's also very strange when you get burned by a bunch of Percy Jackson media, and then this musical is like half decent, and you're like, I guess this is the best thing outside the books I've ever heard.
I like that you specified half decent, not good, just
good.
half decent.
No,
Yeah,
it's not even like that great. Like I acknowledge that it's kind of like a weak musical, but I listen to the songs. I'm like, I'm having so much fun, boys. Woo! Clap my hands. He's singing about the time he gets expelled at the beginning of it. Yeah.
Incredible.
If you want to go through your podcast quickly here, you got the Blank Chat podcast, which you rep almost every week when we go back to other movie reviews. You got Civilized Age, which is I think you remember you talking about this before, the Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's the one that
podcast.
Beekman got me onto, which is the Clone Wars recap podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you're a fucking nerd, so you listen to actual news from the Times.
I know. I can't believe it. I can't believe I listened to news.
Yeah. And
Current
is that what number 4 and 5 are as well? The Min-Max?
No, for the Min-Max Show is a video game podcast made up of former Game Informer staffers who formed it after the great culling of the Game Informer offices when GameStop was like, we know that Game Informer is one of the largest circulation publications in the US right now, and also has one of the best
editorial
editorial staffs and like staffs in games journalism in general. And they're also the only part of our business that's profitable. This is no joke. Game Informer was the only part of the GameStop business that was profitable at the time of this. And they were like, but it costs too much. We gotta,
it's
corporate
not fitting
talk
our brand of
we have
selling
to
Funko
slim
Pops.
down the expenditures. And so they fired like half the staff.
Yeah.
and some of the few remaining staff were like, "Wow, fuck that," and so they left and formed Min-Max, which is a double joke play on words because it's first the video game play on words of minning and maxing, but also they're based in Minnesota, so that's why the Min has two N's.
Funny
related,
guys.
but did you see the Wirecutter staff went on strike?
That's probably
Wirecutter staff.
There's like a Black Friday kind of like walk.
Yeah, it was a Black Friday through Cyber Monday thing, I think.
Cool. Good for them.
It's like,
do
not use
Fuck the New York Times.
Is Today Explained just like informational or like
Today Explained is literally just the Vox version of the Daily.
Oh, okay. So another news podcast. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to let's see. Dylan, I think you started dropping your shit first, so after no, actually Jack did. All right, let's pull up Jack's stuff. Jack, you got your the Billy Strings top 5 genres of bluegrass, jam band, classic rock.
Is that a little Dead sneaking in with a jam band, or is that something else?
Is what sneaking in with the jam band?
Is Grateful Dead?
Oh yeah, it's Grateful Dead and a bunch of other assorted things.
Yeah, but
really
the same kind of general vibe.
Yeah.
And then emo. Oh, what was making it emo this year?
They did like the decades recap playlists.
Right, for 2020.
And my 2000s and 2010 playlists included an embarrassing mix of like bluegrass and Grateful Dead albums that were released in those decades.
Oh, okay.
And like My Chemical Romance.
Oh, great! Yes, perfect.
I was gonna wonder if you were a former 21 Pilot stan or something.
No. My Chemical Romance actually made it to my number 4 artist, which is
I saw that on the overall recap. You got Billy Strings, Grateful Dead, Jerry Garcia, My Chemical Romance, and Fruition. What kind of genre?
Fruition is another like bluegrass, and they made it in on the one song alone.
Did they? It was just one song that they had?
One song, Mountain Annie, is like the single Fruition song that I like.
And it's your number 1 song of the year?
I fucking love it.
That's fucking amazing. That you had it barely cracked your top 5 artists because it was only one song you listened to.
Yeah.
That was your number 1 song. That's really
funny. I listened to some of their other music at some point, and I didn't love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always a disappointment when you're like, this one song you vibe with super hard, and then you try to listen to their other music, and it just doesn't hit the same way. I'm trying to think what kind of stuff that happened to me with.
So my number 2 song is actually the same thing. I love Pedal Down. I love that song. I don't really love anything else by that band. And then 3 through 5 are all Billy Strings.
Nice. Dustin and Baggy, the classic. Who made Pedal Down?
Grain Thief, I think.
Okay. Is that more bluegrass or?
Yeah, ish.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I need to put on more Billy Strings, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm mostly just like, I don't know, fucking Away from the Mire was like my introduction, and I think that's always going to be my top song. But Wargasm was really good, and then a lot of their stuff from the new album was pretty good as well. Let's see.
I spent a lot of time this year listening to his live stuff on
Nuggets or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a lot of shows. He was like
he did a lot of
shows
shows
this year. All right, now we got Dylan. We got your top genres here of indie rock, alt hip hop, electronica, shimmer pop, and video game music. What is shimmer pop?
It's a good question. If I had to guess, it's kind of like shoegaze, probably, or like dreaming. Okay. If I had to guess, maybe like glittery production kind of stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes genres are.
Yeah, the genres are like really weird sometimes with Spotify.
I thought the Dream SMP genre was pretty funny.
Escape room. It just happens to be artists I enjoy, and I don't really see the connection.
I get really annoyed by like their tagging system on Spotify sometimes, because I know there was some like app that was able to pick out like all of the tags that any song that you have was like listed as, and so you could see like everything. And it really annoyed me that a lot of the music I listened to, I would not call screamo, but was listed as screamo, even though it really didn't have people screaming in the music. And then that in turn explained why a lot of my Discover Weekly ends up being actual screamo, which I don't like, because it just gets lumped in with all that shit. But you got okay. So indie rock. I'm assuming that was. Is that Brockhampton? Do they do?
No, not really.
Okay.
That's where like Brockhampton's more kind of like alternative hip hop or pop.
Gotcha.
Indie rock probably so I don't know. Like I think my top artists don't really make up a lot of my top genres. So that's like actually this is the second year running now that my my like Spotify listening history is all fucked up. Because about 2 years ago now I was like I have so many songs like saved in my library and I just kind of shove them all into one playlist. I should organize these. So I was gonna like listen, front to back, my like liked songs library and like organize them accordingly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That took a while. Like it basically took a whole year before I had a set of playlists that I was like comfortable doing, and like by the time I was 1,000 songs in, I had only made it to like I was going by artist. I had made it to the letter C.
Oh my god.
By the time I was like 1,000 songs in.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And like honestly, so like recently I've changed my outlook and I've just and my other rule is like I'm not gonna listen to new music. I'm gonna like go through my song library. I'm gonna go
no
through
new music.
And I simply ruined music listening for myself. I simply made it awful.
That sounds like it kind of sucks
not
to do
fun
that.
anymore.
So like I think this year I only had like 26,000 minutes. I usually break like 40,000 or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Which I mean we know I know plenty of freaks who go to like 200,000. That's like I listen to. I just put on music.
There's the people out there. I think a lot of the people that we know that break 100,000 are people who just put it on like nonstop, and like even when they're sleeping or like to fall asleep, they'll put on music. And like I used to do that. I've kind of stopped. I actually kind of just listen. I put on YouTube videos that are like 15 minutes long, and then I just let those run themselves out, and then by the time they're done, hopefully I'm asleep or ready to fall asleep.
I have a couple of channels for falling.
Is that what you do when you have people over? Is that you turn to her and you're like, "Hey, sorry, I gotta play this clip from Rooster Teeth to help me go to sleep. Good night."
No, that is not. No.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like that's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Every time I bring a girl over, I play 1 hour straight of Sardaukar chanting.
The throat singing.
Followed by the bagpipe.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac.
Sorry, I have.
My sex playlist is just rock and roll McDonald's.
The last addition to the playlist, like the playlist list I had separating was sex music playlist.
I looked at my top 100 songs for the year, and an embarrassing number of them lined up with just me putting on my sex playlist.
Oh, somebody told me the other day that fucking "You Make Loving Fun" by Fleetwood Mac was like their top sex song. And it feels wrong to me to have like your top sex song be anything from Rumors.
I think in general, I start like letting Fleetwood Mac enter your relationship is already a bad sign. They're the gold standard for bands about being shitty to each other in relationships.
Oh god.
I know, I can't do it. Anytime anyone is like, "Yeah, I put on media in the background while we have sex," I'm like, "No, I'm just gonna focus on the media instead." I'm like, "Oh shit, I like this song."
Does this song sound good to you? I think it's like a pretty bopping song. Like I don't know.
I think that this song might be a commentary on the socioeconomic conditions of our time.
Jiggy takes the time to answer yes when Netflix asks.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Anyway, so to wrap up.
Also,
your
I've never had like sex songs. I've had sex movies before, but never.
You've had sex movies.
I have a playlist for you, Jacob.
I feel like sex movies isn't bad to have.
I think
think
sex movies are fun.
Yeah, but I feel
Yeah,
like
when you're
Jacob's
in your
sex movies are
employ.
like fucking. He's going on finding like the Kino to watch. And he's like,
He's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna. My top sex movie
Kino, like
is
Big Trouble in
Eraserhead.
Little China and Sky High. The most Kino movies you've ever heard in your life.
Any Sam Raimi film is game for the sex movie playlist.
I mean, I 100%. Look, you haven't lived until you've
It's-
had
it's
sex
the
during
Spider-Man
the height
trilogy,
of
but-
Evil Dead 2.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. My sex playlist
God.
goes Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Euro Trip.
Euro trip.
Jack, did you just at me with your sex playlist?
This is not my sex playlist.
I mean, I'm flattered, Jack, but like,
Oh my god. The only sex movie that I could definitively say was a sex movie for me was the time that I got head during War Dogs. And I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
I don't know if you. I
It's
don't know
really
what's the
fitting.
bigger crime.
Hold on. What do you mean that's really fitting?
That is something the characters from War Dogs would do.
Okay.
I don't.
know
know-
you're-
Here's my problem. I don't know what's the bigger war crime. A, watching War Dogs in the first place. B, being like,
It's a good play
War Dogs
movie.
was a fun movie.
hey, this is.
I enjoyed War Dogs. Outside of the head, I enjoyed War Dogs.
I would like to state, Nicholas Mercadante, I helped bomb those kids in the Middle East.
Oh my god, it's not an endorsement of fucking war crimes. It
Love
is a
War
critique.
Dogs.
So I watched War Dogs I watched it like 3 times or something because I keep forgetting I watched it. But I watch it and I go like, oh wait a minute, I have seen this movie. I think I liked it. And then I get to the part where he like constantly lies to his girlfriend time after time, and I go, oh wait a minute, I don't
Time
like this
after
movie.
Well, he's not supposed to be a good person. Like, these people
Yeah,
are
don't
bad.
see the movie, Nick.
The Sopranos really has aged poorly. He kills people.
All right.
What do you mean
well,
he kills people?
well,
He can't do that. It's illegal.
This Spotify playlist is wrong.
Yeah,
How do you not have sex to
1,000
Cotton Eye Joe, Wii Sports, and God Bless the USA? What are you,
Crazy
nuts?
Frog.
If you're fucking to God bless
I'm-
the USA, you have
I'm
to
a
have
wreck just reading those titles.
Oh my god. This.
reading rainbows.
They took off peanut
Like
butter
you put
jelly
the Harlem
time.
Shake.
They got copyright stricken for that. Fuck that, dude.
To this
Wow,
playing board games one
Christ.
day. I re-listened to the worst song.
Also,
Theme from Law.
you're
There's
you're
a- there's a
legally
baby-
required to
there's a
play
baby
Jesus
shark
Take
trap.
the Wheel if you're getting,
You're telling me
know,
nobody's gonna have sex to
Roadhead. You
Yakety
have to-
Sax from the
someone
Benny Hill
has
show?
to have their eyes on the road, and it has
No,
to be
right,
Jesus.
right,
Because I'm
yeah,
not
right.
paying attention if she's sucking my dick while I'm driving. That's all I'm saying.
Goofy Goober Rock.
All right, there are some really top tier picks though. Fucking
is-
Fireflies by Owl City.
Bro, I need the baby.
I don't think I
That's
could have
long
sex with
because I have to start
fireflies.
singing.
Where's the baby shark trap?
Oh, they have all right. Unironically, they have enormous penis on this.
Definitely
list.
could have sex to I Kidnapped Willie Nelson.
What are they doing?
Oh my god. This is a very good playlist. Thank you for sharing this.
Welcome.
I did want to hold on. All right, so we got Dylan's top song.
Oh,
Did you want to talk about any of your top songs in particular?
I keep seeing this fucking picture of Buzz Lightyear and thinking it's Nando. This fucking Drake Lightyear keeps looking
Everywhere
like
I
Nando.
go, I
does.
see
It
his
looks like
face.
Nando. I keep thinking that it's Nando posting when it's lol. It's bad. Anyways, did you have anything to say on your top songs of the year, Dylan?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. So in addition to fucking, so like, yeah, a lot of the music touches oh yeah, I listen to a shit ton of Arms and Sleepers because they have a lot of songs, but I do like them. I have a lot of songs by them. They also start with the letter A, which comes before C, which I was listening to them for like a while.
Oh, is that why Anderson .Paak and Brock? Oh,
That's definitely partially.
I just noticed these are all A's and B's except for Kanye.
Last year it was even worse. It was even worse.
Power that
Oh.
Kanye managed to break through this.
Yeah.
I definitely just have a lot of Kanye, and I
Once
also definitely
again,
was listening
Dylan
to
has
Donda.
never disagreed with any of the views held by Kanye West. That's why he's in the top 5.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Dylan and Nick are on the same wavelength when
Oh,
it
yeah.
comes to Kanye West and
Dude,
everything
I
he's
Streaming
said.
media
still-
is an endorsement of the artist.
I'd like to say listen to Kanye West is a choice, and
I don't know how, but I literally over the past year somehow got into top 1% for Kanye, which I don't feel like is right, but it happens somehow.
Kanye simply getting listened to less.
How many people do you think listened to like one song?
Yeah, well, that's what Nando was saying.
And went,
I think it makes a lot of sense
mind.
that like if somebody listens to one Kanye song, they count for that statistic, and therefore they bloat the people who listen to a lot of Kanye into ridiculous high percentage amounts. But I don't know. All right.
I think Winter Solstice Baby is by an artist that isn't my top artist. And I think I like that song, but I think one of the big reasons it's up there is I listened to it like a lot because I made a Clone Hero chart for it.
Oh my
so
God.
I was like repeat listening to it because I had to hear what the guitar was doing.
To make the that's really interesting. That would be. I wonder if there's like Clone Hero creators that are all like their Spotify's are so fucked because of that. Be interesting to look at.
I mean, well, actually, if you're really big into Clone Hero, you don't even use Spotify. You use this thing called Deezer.
Oh, boy.
Like, and not a Deezer nuts joke. It's actually called Deezer.
But it's also a Deez nuts joke.
Sure. But yeah,
God.
that's like a whole the whole Clone Hero like charting ecosystem is like it's a whole community that I'm like tangentially aware of. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave it at that.
Okay, and then finally we've got. I mean, I'll quickly post mine at the end, but we've got Lul's picks here. You're a pop boy. Looks like you got
really we gotta discuss comedy at the bottom.
At the bottom. Man's just listened to comedy stand-up skits.
Now, Lul unironically listens to Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? It counts podcasts in here as well for genres.
Oh, it does?
It counted all my time for Dimension 20 under comedy.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Also,
Dimension 20,
I thought that would have counted as gaming.
Great D&D podcast.
Oh, for sure.
Why not, Lul?
But I gotta contest you here, Lul. You have 18 episodes of Dimension 20, whereas I have 69 episodes of Critical Role. So you gotta step up
you
your
have
game.
a problem.
I finished campaign 1, okay?
The new season's out and my roommate's watching it, and I'm just like, I should really check that out. And she's like, season 3 is actually kind of good. And I'm like, I should check that out. And then I'm just like, they're like, watch this 4 hours of content, please. And I'm like, nah. But then again, I did when I drove down, I could have listened to Critical Role, and instead I was like, I'm gonna listen to Joseph Anderson's combined 10 hours of Witcher content.
Oh my fucking god. Why did you do this?
I had 18 episodes of Dimension 20 because that's all that there is on Spotify. I listened to
yeah, and the rest of it's on Dropout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Nick, what was you had 12,000 minutes for
Critical Role, yeah. Which honestly seems kind of low, but that's also a third of the amount of minutes that I just listened to Spotify in general. A third of my listening year was just Critical Role.
I can only beat you on episode. I don't come anywhere close to minutes. I listened to 50 episodes of the Blank Check podcast last year.
Nice.
Almost every episode.
Well, it's a weekly show, so yes,
that's almost every episode.
What is Eminem cracked your top 5 artists?
I genuinely don't know why that's there.
This happened to me last year.
I don't think I've heard an Eminem song in like a year and a half.
Eminem was my top artist last year, and I don't think I listened to him at all.
You were all Venom crazy.
That's true.
You all got affected by
Venom. Venom.
Like
you had a symbiotic relationship with Eminem's music.
Like Miss Officer is on my top songs because I use Spotify as an alarm, and I just default to like Discover Weekly 3, and for some reason Spotify has decided that no matter what, the first track is Miss Officer, or it's Welcome to the Black Parade. It's one of the
So wait, what was constantly playing that? Because I was like, are you going through some shit to have Welcome to the Black Parade as your number one?
No, it's just like every morning it's one of those 2 songs, and then I'll change the playlist on one of the other Discover Weeklies or daily mixes, and then it'll be one of those songs again.
That's fucking hilarious.
I like the idea to Lul waking up being like, my dad, he's gotta take me to the parade.
Take me to the city.
Waking up for a field trip.
Oh,
It's like, oh
man.
god, the Black Rain! I gotta get up. I can't go.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
have artists that like I've only ever done this once, but y'all have an artist that like you see someone listening to it and you have to do a wellness check. I have one
on
artist.
them, like
Yeah,
I wanna
I've
know.
only ever
I don't
done it
listen to
once.
enough music.
I've
to
only ever
figure
done
it
it once because a friend. Well, it was actually Rebecca.
okay.
Funnily
Is
enough,
it Death Cab for Cutie?
it was Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh, I fucking knew
yeah,
it.
yeah, that one is.
Death Cab is
Yeah.
like,
It's just depressing.
yeah.
All right, and I've got up here.
I do like Death Cab though.
I also really like Death Cab, but I also try to my general listening to Death Cab.
I limit my
Like,
listening.
There are like
Yeah.
5 or 6 Death Cab songs that are like good for general listening without scaring somebody.
Sorry,
Yeah.
number 5 is
Or like scaring somebody into
Overcore.
thinking
Yeah,
you're, like,
I do
like,
want to
yourself.
sadly bring up that I've listened enough to fucking Mikazuki Big Wave to get Autocore on my top 5 genres, which is so depressing because it is literally just otaku core, and I don't want to be associated with that.
I know what
At all.
You know, I say
Overcore.
that.
It's too late for you, Nick.
I'm lost. I'm lost in the sauce.
Wow. Oh, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
It handled the. It's really trying to handle the glass.
Oh, you can see yourself through it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like,
I got Kanye,
like,
Daft Punk.
oh,
I
oh.
think Daft Punk is sad. Is not even like I still listen to their albums a
They
lot,
don't make
but
music,
I'm
so-
more so just having songs that they have featured on, like Power or not Power, Stronger and
What a good song.
fucking what's the Weeknd's shit. What?
well, the one that's not Starboy.
Get Lucky?
Oh.
No, that's for.
No,
that's
that
at
is
the end of.
I mean,
at the end of.
it is
I hate
Starboy,
that-
but
I
there's
hate
the
that
other
fucking
one.
song.
I'm
At the end of
trying to remember.
Starboy the album.
Yeah. And
Oh boy,
it's still
Daft
coming,
Punk,
it's
my
still coming.
favorite music group. Hope nothing bad happens to them.
yeah, me waking up in February or January, whatever, 2021. Can't wait for them to go on tour
Dan doesn't
again.
even remember the date.
Is that what you tell a girl when
Big
you don't
fan,
want a
big
serious
fan.
relationship, Nick? You're like, I'm still too broken up about Daft Punk.
Yeah,
sorry."
I have to
I
think
can
about
only-
Daft
I
Punk
can only
being
do it
broken
with you
up.
if you wear my Thomas Bangalter helmet.
Yeah. Look, Chase, I see you in chat there. Yeah, I have 303 because they dropped a new album this year, and it is actually, I think it's good. It is
Still
the
trash.
same
You would
303
be
trash
wrong.
that they've.
You would be
Still
wrong.
Trash as they've always been. So
It's
if
trash
you
as they
still
always
like
been, but I enjoy that trash, and I don't know. It's something to listen to. Like they're fucking. I could go on for another 15 minutes talking about skid marks as a song, but these are my top 5 songs. I listen to Donda way too fucking much, and Cuddy and fucking.
Preferred genre of music is bands that Chad Kroger produces because they sound exactly like him.
Is 303 one of those?
No.
Who's
I don't
Chad?
know why that reminds. He's the lead singer of Nickelback.
Oh, Jesus.
Chad.
Christ.
Mr. Kroger.
Yeah.
What kind of check-in do you need to give me for 303 being one of my top artists? Why do you say that's a wellness check, Chase? I don't feel like
It's a wellness check, but not in a like we're worried you're gonna commit suicide way.
it's in a
it's
we worried
it's
you're gonna
the-
commit a hate crime way.
It's the harm to others
I'm
part
already
of harm to
I'm
self
already
or others.
like you're already on my my RSS feed for people to watch out for hate crimes.
Oh look,
You're-
I can't defend myself. I know it's trash. I just think it sounds fun. Anyways, that's my fucking top songs and
I didn't
artists.
say anything about the hate crimes.
Yeah, like if you were to be 5150'd, I think.
I don't think Nick acknowledges hate crimes. I think he's that type of person.
No, okay, all right. This episode's over. We're fucking. Thank you guys so much for being
We're
on.
overtime. We're
Nick is
overtime.
supportive of every event that has occurred in Turkey within the last.
Nick, I heard what you said.
years.
I didn't.
Okay.
I don't support hate crimes. I do not commit hate crimes.
He does not support hate crimes. He is the backbone of hate crimes.
Yeah.
Nope. none
You
of
are
these are true.
you are the silent bystander who does nothing when it is occurring.
We learned about you in school.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being on. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you had fun.
Is it
Stay
over
safe out
already?
there.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah, we're
until
over.
next time,
Damn.
peace
I
out.
bet Nick thinks that
I think
CRTs in
it's-
school is a problem.